Today we'll be showing you how to terminate an RG59 cable with an RCA connector. As we said before, the first step of any cable termination with coax is to make sure that you have a nice perpendicular edge on the cable. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just ensure that we have that edge, that 90-degree angle with a set of cutters here. So now that we're positive we've got that nice even edge there, we're going to go ahead and open up our Belden AV Security Compression Connector Kit, take out our strip tool, and remember, we want to flip this over and make sure that the dial is set to RG59, which is this position right here. We can see there's actually a 59 there, and then the 6 corresponds to the 3 o'clock position. We actually want to go and use the 12 o'clock position. What that does is that changes your spring tension inside. Okay? These are spring-loaded strip tools, so we want to go ahead and open it up. And I've got a little bit of cable in there from before, so we want to empty that out, make sure it's completely clear. When you're looking inside, you can see there's 2 blades, one blade for the dielectric and one blade for the jacket. So we're going to go ahead and strip this cable, open up the jaws, insert the cable all the way to that stop, that washer, lower the jaw, and then we're going to go ahead and do 2 turns forward and 2 turns back. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then apply a little bit of pressure onto the jaws as you're pulling the cable out, and there you see a nice quarter strip. And you can take a look at the center dielectric, the center conductor and the dielectric. I don't see any loose strands wrapped around, so there shouldn't be any shorts. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and fold back the braid. Make sure we get a nice even fold, because again, this is a 360-degree compression connector. So it compresses evenly all the way around, and we want to make sure that we get a nice even compression. Go ahead, you might lose a few strands, that's okay. Don't mess with the foil, leave it as is. Next step, we're going to go ahead and go to select our RCA connector out of our kit. You can see here it's our standard RCA, commonly used in AV applications. And we'll go ahead and select our compression tool. As you can see here, this is our Belden compression tool. Since we are doing an RCA connector, we want to go ahead and use our little adapter piece that holds the RCA in place while we're compressing it. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and open up the tool, and we'll insert that compression connector right in place there, and it'll lock in with these spring clamps right there, so you can hear it lock into place. It's ready to go. Set that aside for now, and we'll go ahead and put our connector on. If you take a look at some of the benefits of our Belden connector is that non-blind pin entry, and you can see on the back there's actually a little plastic washer and a spot for that center conductor to go right in there, and you can see it slides right in. And as you're pushing the connector on, you'll go right over the foil that's on the dielectric. You're not going to want to bunch that together, and you're just going to want to evenly push that down with just a little bit of force and get that connector all the way, maybe a little bit of a twist, not too much. I'm going to get that connector all the way down, seated, and you'll notice that the center pin on the RCA went right ahead and popped up, and you can actually feel it click out there into place. The next step is to take your crimp tool, open the handle, grip the first set of dies with your thumb, and then the other set with your index finger, and you're going to feed the cable down inside so that the pin on the RCA goes right into that adapter, and the shroud goes right over the top of it. Release the die set, and you can see there the pin is actually down inside, and the top of that connector is right up against the edge of that adapter. You're going to want to make sure that everything's centered, and then just push the handle right down, and you'll get a nice even compression. And you want to feel that thing bottom out. Open it up, pull both dies back, and now you have a perfectly terminated RCA connector.